Hi folks, this is Kareem Raouf for IT Visualizer channel. We will continue our Lambda Matrix labs, the video number 110. We have been discussing in the previous the following. We are still working with troubleshooting different aspects in our network. We have begin this series, or the series was dedicated for the troubleshooting issues. We are troubleshooting Active Directory problems, we are troubleshooting DNS problems, we are troubleshooting uh, registry problems, we are troubleshooting uh, a lot of issues. So I encourage you all to see my series from the beginning. We have discussed a lot of things. We have discussed how we can troubleshoot group policies. We have discussed how we can troubleshoot Active Directory performance issues, not only the troubleshooting of replication, for example. So there are a lot of things we have discussed in this series concerning the troubleshooting issue, how we can troubleshoot different aspects in our network. Today we will discuss one of the most important issues concerning our operating system. So in the couple of videos before, we have discussed how we can repair a corrupted Windows operating system. Today we will discuss something related to it, how we can troubleshoot the freezing aspects of the Windows operating system or the application. We have at least one of us, or most of us at least one time have faced a freezing situation, a freezing of an application, a freezing of your operating system itself. So we need to know why the freezing happened, how we can solve it, what are the different techniques we can use to solve something like that. It is a regular issue. Okay, most of us see it daily, or maybe every couple of days or every couple of months anyway. So we need to discuss today how we can solve the Windows applications freezing, or Windows itself and applications installed on Windows, why they freeze. So today we will make our reference, or my reference to this topic will be from Mr. Lo van der Pol YouTube channel, which is called Tech Savvy. This is a very good uh, YouTube channel discussing different IT topics, very organized, very crystal clear. You can see that Mr. Lo van der Pol is putting a lot of effort in his discussing of the topics. Very simple, and actually is putting more effort in giving us different PDFs. So every topic he is discussing, he puts his references in a PDF which contains a lot of information actually added to the video or the YouTube video itself, and adding PowerPoint presentations that he used during his video, okay, or during his discussing the topic. So there's a lot of things actually. Every video in his channel contains a lot of useful information. Most of them are very important. A YouTube video discussing the topic, and then the slides used to discuss this topic, and then the video notes. All of these are available for free. So I encourage you all to go to his channel and subscribe, and there is additional material uh, he is offering if you subscribe to his channel or to be a member of his channel. So today we will use his video which is called Resolving Windows Application Lookups and Freezing Survival Guide. This is part 1. Part 2, we will have discussing also this topic, which is called, or the other video is called, IT Admin's Guide to Windows Lookups, Hangs, and BOSDs, the blue screen of this. So anyway, these two videos will be our reference to discussing this topic. Okay, so today we will discuss the first part of his video, and actually here is the PDF that contains a lot of useful information about Windows application lookups. As we can see here, there is a lot of things. We will see that he is introducing different tools that we can use to troubleshoot application freezes and Windows operating system freezes, how we can use them, what are the event IDs we need to see to in our event viewer to identify that there is a freezing issue. Anyway, we'll see all of these or we'll discuss all of the things. And actually, there is another PDF that we will use. This is the slides that he used in his explanation of the topic. Okay, so let's see what is Windows freezing. If we go to the first slide, uh, it says it can be Windows operating system, it can be an application. We will look at both, how we can, or the freezing can come. So if you have a freezing situation, this can be the freezing of the operating system itself, or an application that is installed on the operating system. So maybe you have a freeze in Excel, which actually most of us, I think, faced. If you are opening a large Excel sheet that contains data, sometimes you will find a freezing situation. Okay, how we can solve something like that? If we go to the other slide, solve problem as a team. When possible, let others give feedback and insights. If you have a team, you can all share together or work together, think together to find insights or to find a solution. Okay, so you need to identify the problem. Is it is a physical server, or a PC or a tablet or a laptop, or it is a virtual server? So before going further in discussing this topic, let me ask the different AI tools a simple question. Maybe we need to know something like that. What are the causes and reasons for Windows and applications, Windows operating, Windows uh, applications freeze, and the Windows operating system freeze, and what is the best troubleshooting method to use to solve these problems. So this can be a simple question, and give me statistics arrange in a table. So let's see how this will go, and how we can see this topic. And actually I make a deep search so we can get uh, more results from the internet. So we'll see this one: what are the causes and reasons of application freeze, Windows applications freeze, and the Windows operating system freeze, and what is the best troubleshooting method to use to solve these problems, and give me statistics arranged in a table. So we will get this one. Let's copy it, and then let's go. This is Perplexity, and then we will go to ChatGPT, and then here we go. Let's type search. Okay, and let's see also the answer, and then we'll go to Grok. Let's also get this one and tell him deep research, and here you go. And then let's go to Gemini and give it the same prompt, and then we can go again to Claude, and let's see also the answer of each one of them, of each one of these AI tools. So now we have, let's go to Perplexity first. So here the first thing, let's see the answer. So I think we can read it loudly. This is the first one, or the first uh, And so let's see if it is complete. Here we go. And actually, Mr. Lo van der Poel has already some statistics concerning what are the most or the common causes for a freeze. So let's read this answer loudly. Here you go. Let's try to read this thing loudly. Okay, we can go further, and that's it. Now we can open and tell him to read out this section.
Windows applications and the operating system can freeze for various reasons, often related to hardware limitations, software conflicts, or external factors. Understanding these causes is essential for effective troubleshooting. Below are the primary causes of freezing, along with recommended troubleshooting methods and relevant statistics. Causes of Windows applications and OS freezing. Insufficient RAM. Running multiple applications simultaneously can exhaust available memory, leading to freezes. Overheating. Excessive heat can cause the CPU to throttle performance or shut down temporarily to prevent damage. Driver issues. Outdated or corrupted drivers can disrupt communication between hardware and software, causing freezes. Software conflicts. Incompatible or malfunctioning applications can lead to system instability. Malware/viruses. Malicious software can consume resources or corrupt files, resulting in freezes. Storage problems. Low disk space or failing hard drives can hinder the OS ability to function properly. Corrupted system files. Missing or damaged system files can disrupt normal operations. Too many background processes. Running excessive background applications can drain system resources. Faulty external devices. Malfunctioning peripherals, e.g., USB devices, may cause the system to freeze. BIOS settings. Incorrect BIOS configurations can lead to operational issues. Troubleshooting methods. Close unresponsive applications. Use Task Manager, Control plus Shift plus Escape to end tasks that are not responding. Restart the computer. A simple reboot may resolve temporary issues causing the freeze. Update software/drivers. Ensure all applications and drivers are current to fix compatibility issues. Check resource usage. Monitor CPU and memory usage in Task Manager to identify resource hogs. Run antivirus scans. Regularly check for malware infections that could compromise system performance. Free up disk space. Clear unnecessary files and programs to ensure adequate storage for operations. Perform system file checks. Use tools like SFC, System File Checker, to repair corrupted files. Check hardware health. Inspect components for overheating or failure, including cleaning dust from vents and fans. Boot in safe mode. Start Windows with minimal drivers to troubleshoot issues without interference from third-party software. Statistics on causes of freezing. The following table summarizes statistics related to common causes of freezing in Windows systems. Cause. Percentage of users affected. Description. Insufficient RAM. 30%. Common in systems running multiple applications. Overheating. 25%. Often due to poor ventilation or dust accumulation. Driver issues. 20%. Outdated drivers lead to communication failures. Software conflicts. 15%. Incompatibility between applications. Malware/viruses. 10%. Can significantly impact performance. These statistics highlight that insufficient RAM and overheating are the most prevalent causes of freezing issues, followed by driver problems and software conflicts. By identifying specific causes and applying appropriate troubleshooting methods, users can effectively address freezing issues in Windows applications and the operating system.
So this is the first answer of perplexity, which seems to be a good one. If we go to Gemini and try to see his answer concerning this problem or concerning this topic, if I try to read Let me go and read this answer, which seems to be a long one, but let's see here how he will break it down. Okay, causes of phrases. Okay, let's us read it and see how he will give us the causes. And here you go. Let's read it, which seems to be a little bit good. But here, let's read it and see how he will uh, deal with this topic. Okay.
Okay, let's break down the causes of Windows freezes, both application-specific and system-wide, the troubleshooting methods, and provide some statistical context. Causes of Windows freezes. Freezes can be broadly categorized into two main groups. Application freezes. A specific program stops responding, but you can usually still interact with other parts of Windows, e.g., move the mouse, switch to other windows. System freezes. OS freezes the entire Windows operating system, becomes unresponsive. You often can't move the mouse, the keyboard doesn't work, and the screen is completely frozen. This often necessitates a hard reboot, holding down the power button. Here's a detailed breakdown of the causes, combining both application and system freezes where relevant. Cause category. Specific cause. Application freeze. System freeze. Explanation. 1. Software issues. Buggy software. Yes. Potentially. Poorly coded applications can have errors, bugs, that lead to memory leaks, infinite loops, or conflicts with other software. A single bad application can sometimes destabilize the entire system, though this is less common with modern Windows versions. Resource exhaustion app. Yes. No, usually. An application consumes too much RAM, CPU, or disk I/O, leaving insufficient resources for itself to function. Other applications might still work. Resource exhaustion system. Potentially. Yes. The entire system runs out of critical resources. This could be due to too many applications running, a memory leak in a driver, or a process hogging the CPU. Conflicting software. Yes. Potentially. Two or more applications try to access the same resource or use incompatible drivers, leading to a deadlock or crash. Antivirus software, utilities, and certain types of system tools are common culprits. Operating system corruption. No. Yes. Critical Windows system files become damaged or corrupted, often due to improper shutdowns, malware, or failing hardware. This makes the OS unstable. Outdated or incompatible drivers. Potentially. Yes. Drivers are software that allows Windows to communicate with hardware. Outdated, incorrect, or corrupted drivers, especially for graphics cards, network adapters, and storage controllers, are a very common cause of system freezes. Malware infection. Potentially. Yes. Viruses, Trojans, and other malware can interfere with system processes, consume resources, or directly cause crashes and freezes. Windows updates issues. Potentially. Yes. While updates are meant to fix problems, sometimes a faulty update can introduce new issues, leading to instability. This is more likely with major feature updates. 2. Hardware issues. Overheating. Potentially. Yes. Excessive heat, especially in the CPU or GPU, can cause the system to throttle performance and eventually freeze or shut down to prevent damage. Dust buildup, failing fans, and poor ventilation are common causes. Failing RAM, memory. Potentially. Yes. Defective RAM modules can cause random data corruption, leading to application crashes and system freezes. This is often characterized by seemingly random, unpredictable freezes. Failing hard drive, or SSD. Potentially. Yes. A hard drive or SSD with bad sectors or other mechanical/electrical problems can cause read/write errors, leading to slowdowns, freezes, and data corruption. A failing drive is often accompanied by unusual noises, clicking, grinding. Failing power supply unit, PSU. No. Yes. An inadequate or failing PSU may not provide enough power to all components, especially under heavy load. This can cause sudden shutdowns or freezes. Failing/loose hardware connections. No. Yes. Loose cables, SATA, power, improperly seated expansion cards, GPU, RAM, or a failing motherboard component can cause intermittent connectivity and system instability. 3. External factors. Power outages/surges. No. Yes. Sudden power loss or voltage spikes can damage hardware and corrupt data, leading to freezes or requiring a system restart. External device issues. Potentially. A malfunctioning USB device, external hard drive, or other peripheral can sometimes cause driver conflicts or system instability, although this is less common than internal hardware issues. 2. Troubleshooting methods. The best troubleshooting approach is a systematic, step-by-step process. Immediate actions when freeze occurs. Wait. Sometimes, a brief freeze is due to a temporary spike in resource usage. Give a system a few minutes, especially if you are doing something intensive. Control+Alt+Delete. Try this key combination. If it works, you can. Task Manager. Check for unresponsive applications, not responding status, and end them. Also, look at the Performance tab to see if CPU, RAM, disk, or network usage is pegged at 100%. This gives you a clue about resource exhaustion. Sign out/restart. If Task Manager works, try signing out or restarting gracefully. Control+Shift+Escape. This directly opens Task Manager, bypassing the Control+Alt+Del screen, which can be faster. Hard reboot. Last resort if nothing else works. Hold down the power button until the computer shuts off. This can lead to data loss, so only do it if absolutely necessary. Post-freeze, troubleshooting, systematic approach. Check Event Viewer. Press Win+X and select Event Viewer. Expand Windows logs and look at System and Application logs. Look for errors or warnings around the time of the freeze. The error messages and IDs can be Googled for more information. This is crucial for pinpointing the cause. Run System File Checker, SFC, and DISM. Open Command Prompt as Administrator, Win+X, then select Command Prompt, Admin, or Windows PowerShell, Admin. Run SFC/scan now. This checks for and repairs corrupted system files. If SFC finds errors it can't fix, run DISM/online/cleanupimage/restore health. This uses Windows Update to repair the system image. Check disk. Open Command Prompt as Administrator. Run checkdisk/f/rc. Replace C with a drive letter of your Windows installation. You'll need to restart your computer for this to run. This checks for and repairs file system errors and bad sectors on your hard drive. Update drivers. Device Manager. Win+X, then select Device Manager. Look for any devices with yellow exclamation marks, indicating a problem. Right-click and select Update Driver. Choose Search automatically for drivers. Manufacturer websites. For graphics cards, NVIDIA, AMD, Intel, it's best to get the latest drivers directly from the manufacturer's website. Same for other specific hardware, sound cards, network adapters. Test RAM, Memory Diagnostic. Search for Windows Memory Diagnostic in the Start menu and run it. This will require a restart and will test your RAM for errors. Alternatively, use a third-party tool like Mentis 86, more thorough, but requires booting from a USB drive. Check for overheating. Use monitoring software, e.g. HW Monitor, Core Temp, GPU-Z, to check CPU and GPU temperatures. If temperatures are consistently high, e.g. above 90 degrees Celsius for CPU under load, you have an overheating problem. Clean dust, reapply thermal paste, or improve cooling. Run malware scan. Use Windows Security, built-in, or a reputable third-party antivirus program to run a full system scan. Uninstall recently installed software/updates. If the freezes started recently, try uninstalling any new software or Windows updates that were installed around that time. Go to Settings, Apps, or Update and Security, Windows Update. View Update History, uninstall updates. Perform a clean boot. This disables all non-Microsoft startup programs and services, helping you isolate if a third-party program is causing the issue. Search for msconfig in the Start menu. Go to the Services tab, check Hide All Microsoft Services, and then click Disable All. Then go to the Startup tab and click Open Task Manager. Disable all startup items. Restart your computer. If the freezes stop, gradually re-enable services and startup items one by one to identify the culprit. System Restore. If you have System Restore enabled, you can revert your system to a previous point in time before the freezes started. Search for Create a Restore Point in the Start menu. Then click System Restore. Check hardware connections. Power off and unplug your computer. Open the case, if it's a desktop, and check that all cables, power, data are securely connected. Reseat RAM modules and expansion cards. Test with a different power supply, desktop only. If you suspect a PSU issue, try swapping it with a known good PSU of sufficient wattage. Reinstall Windows, last resort. If nothing else works, a clean reinstall of Windows can often resolve persistent software issues. Back up your important data first. 3. Statistics, estimated in general. It's difficult to provide precise, up-to-the-minute statistics on Windows freeze causes because data collection. Microsoft collects some telemetry data, but it's not publicly released in this level of detail. Most statistics are based on surveys, forum posts, and tech support reports. Constantly changing. The prevalence of different causes changes over time with new Windows versions, hardware, and software updates. User-specific. The causes are highly dependent on the individual user's hardware, software, and usage patterns. However, we can create a table with estimated relative frequencies based on common troubleshooting experience. Cause category. Specific cause. Estimated relative frequency. Notes. Software issues. Outdated/incompatible drivers. 30 to 40%. Very common, especially graphics drivers. Frequency depends on how often users update drivers. Resource exhaustion, system/app. 20 to 30%. Includes both application-specific and system-wide resource issues. More common on older or lower-spec hardware or with many applications running. Buggy software/conflicts. 15 to 25%. Highly variable. Depend on the specific software installed. Third-party utilities and antivirus are frequent culprits. Malware infection. 5 to 10%. Has decreased over time due to better built-in security in Windows, but still a significant factor. Operating system corruption. 5 to 10%. Less common with modern Windows versions, which are more resilient, but still occurs due to improper shutdowns, failing hardware, or severe malware. Windows updates issues. Less than 5%. Relatively rare, but can be very disruptive when they occur. More common with major feature updates. Hardware issues. Overheating. 10 to 20%. More common in laptops and desktops with inadequate cooling. Dust buildup is a major factor. Failing RAM. 5 to 10%. Often manifests as seemingly random, unpredictable freezes. Frequency increases with the age of the RAM. Failing hard drive/SSD. 5 to 10%. Frequency increases with the age of the drive. SSDs are generally more reliable than HDDs, but can still fail. Power supply issues. Less than 5%. More common in older systems or those with undersized PSUs. Other hardware, motherboard connections. Less than 5%. Loose connections are relatively easy to fix. Motherboard failures are less common, but often require replacement. Important considerations. These are rough estimates. The actual percentages will vary greatly. Multiple causes can be present simultaneously. For example, a failing hard drive might lead to corrupted system files, which in turn cause freezes. The most effective troubleshooting is to gather as much information as possible, event viewer logs, task manager data, symptoms, and use a process of elimination. This comprehensive guide should help you diagnose and resolve Windows freezes effectively. Remember to back up your data regularly. 45.6s. Run settings.
So this is a very, very good answer from Gemini, a very, very perfect answer from my point of view. Let's give it a reward. Perfect answer. This is a good one, actually. The first time the performance of Gemini 2 is Pro is great than the other versions of Gemini. This is the best one, or the best module from Gemini introduced until now. So if you go to, let's see, maybe you can go to Grok and see the answer of Grok. Here we go. Let's see here. Actually, I asked it to search this topic using deep search. Let's see the answer, if it's like Gemini or less. So if you can go further. Now here is the answer. And actually I think maybe the answer of Gemini seems to be better, but let's read it loudly.
Key points. Windows applications freeze due to insufficient resources, software bugs, outdated software, conflicts, malware, or corrupted files. The operating system freezes from driver issues, hardware failures, overheating, system file corruption,
Let's go.
system updates, and monitor hardware health to prevent such
Stop
problems.
from there. Let me go again and try to read it from the beginning.
Problems. Leveraging tools like reliability
So this is not the case. I need to read from here. If we go there and try to tell him to read from this section, just a moment. So here, close out loudly, and then let's read from here. Read out loud.
Key points. Windows applications freeze due to insufficient resources, software bugs, outdated software, conflicts, malware, or corrupted files. The operating system freezes from driver issues, hardware failures, overheating, system file corruption, BIOS problems, or power supply issues. Best troubleshooting. Close frozen apps via Task Manager. Update software. Scan for malware. For OS, restart. Check logs, update drivers, and monitor hardware. Surprisingly, driver issues cause 75% of PC crashes, likely affecting freezes too. Causes and reasons. Windows applications freezing. Applications may freeze if the system lacks enough RAM or CPU power, especially when running multiple programs. Bugs in the software can cause it to hang, often fixed by updates. Outdated or incompatible software with your Windows version can lead to freezes. Conflicts with other programs or drivers can disrupt application performance. Malware or viruses can interfere, causing apps to freeze. Corrupted installation files can make apps unstable. Windows operating system freezing. Driver issues like outdated or incompatible drivers are a major cause, potentially affecting 75% of cases. Hardware failures, such as faulty RAM or hard drives, can freeze the system. Overheating, often from poor ventilation, can trigger freezes as a safety measure. Corrupted system files can disrupt essential operations. Incorrect BIOS settings or outdated firmware can cause instability. Power supply problems, like insufficient power, can lead to system freezes. Best troubleshooting methods. For application freezes. Use Task Manager, Control plus Shift plus Escape to end the frozen application. Check for and install updates for the app, or reinstall it to fix corruption. Run a malware scan using your antivirus software to rule out infections. Close unnecessary applications to free up system resources. Update drivers, especially those related to the application, to prevent conflicts. For operating system freezes, restart your computer to resolve temporary issues. Check event logs in Event Viewer for error messages to identify the cause. Run system file checks with sfc/scannow and disk checks with checkdisk to repair files. Update all drivers, particularly hardware-related ones, to ensure compatibility. Use diagnostic tools to check for hardware issues, like faulty RAM or hard drives. Monitor system temperatures with software to ensure it's not overheating. Verify the power supply is stable and sufficient for your system. For advanced issues, collect memory dump files and analyze them for deeper insights, following Microsoft's guidelines here. Survey note: comprehensive analysis of Windows freezes. This section provides a detailed examination of the causes, troubleshooting methods, and statistical insights into Windows application and operating system freezes, expanding on the direct answer for a thorough understanding. The analysis is grounded in extensive research, including web searches and browsing authoritative sources, to ensure accuracy and depth. Background and research methodology. Detailed causes of Windows application freezes.
So as we can see, I think this is the methodology of the search, and here is some statistics about the drive issues is correct. Most of the freezing situations are handled, or it is because of the drivers. Okay, if we go further again to the other ones, or the list of, or to to read the rest of the answer, I think it's not that good from my point of view. So let's see the answer of ChatGPT concerning this topic. The answer is very, very small and very, very brief. Okay, I'm using Gemini ChatGPT o3 Mini. If I try to, we can read this answer.
Both individual applications and the entire Windows OS can freeze when essential resources become unavailable or when conflicts arise between software, drivers, and hardware. In many cases, these freezes are caused by one or more of the following factors. Resource exhaustion, insufficient RAM or CPU power due to too many active processes or memory-hungry apps can make both applications and the OS unresponsive. Driver problems, outdated, corrupted, or incompatible drivers, especially for graphics, sound, or network devices, often lead to freezes. Software conflicts, OS corruption. Bugs in applications or conflicts between programs, along with system file corruption, can cause hangs. Malware, virus infections. Malicious software may consume resources or interfere with normal operations, leading to freezes. Hardware issues. Overheating, CPU, GPU, failing components, RAM, HDD, SSD, PSU, or misconfigured BIOS settings can also result in system hangs. A common troubleshooting strategy starts with checking resource usage via Task Manager, reviewing event logs for error messages, updating drivers and Windows, running system file repairs using SFC DISM, and, if needed, testing hardware components, temperatures, memory, storage. Often, a clean boot or restarting in safe mode helps isolate the problematic software or hardware. Below is a table summarizing these common causes with some estimated frequencies, as observed in various user reports and troubleshooting guides, and the best troubleshooting methods. Cause, approximate frequency, troubleshooting method. Estimated frequency CPU. Resource exhaustion, insufficient RAM CPU, 30%. Check Task Manager, Resource Monitor, close halt unnecessary apps, upgrade RAM if needed. High resource usage can quickly deplete available memory. Outdated corrupt drivers, 25%. Update or reinstall drivers via Device Manager or vendor tools. Look for warning icons in Device Manager indicating driver issues. Software conflicts, OS file corruption, 20%. Run SFC Disem scans, update or reinstall problematic applications. Perform a clean boot. Corrupted system files or incompatible software can cause hangs. Malware, virus infections, 15%. Run full antivirus and anti-malware scans. Malware may hijack resources and destabilize the system. Hardware issues, overheating, failing components, 10%. Check system temperatures. Run hardware diagnostics, e.g. memtest, disk check, clean dust, verify PSU output. Overheating and failing hardware can sporadically freeze the system. By following these troubleshooting methods step by step, starting with software, updates, resource monitoring, and system scans, and moving toward hardware checks, temperature, diagnostics, and component tests, you can systematically isolate and resolve the causes of freezes. In many cases, addressing driver and software issues will restore system stability without the need for major hardware changes.
So from my point of view, I think the most relevant answer, or the most good answer from my point of view, is Gemini, but let's see the answer of Claude before giving it a try. So again, let's read the answer of Claude 3.5 Sonnet. So here he's giving us like a small brief. Windows freeze analyze and troubleshooting guide, common causes of Windows freeze, application freeze, memory management issues, insufficient RAM, memory leaks in application, fragmented memory allocation, resource conflicts, multiple application competing for CPU resources, disk I/O bottlenecks, GPU resource contention, software related issues, outdated or corrupted drivers, software bugs and compatibility issues, corrupted application files. As for system-wide freezes, we have hardware problems, overheating CPU or GPU, failing hard drive, unstable RAM modules, power supply issues, operating system issues, corrupted file system, registry problems, malware infections, Windows update conflicts. Statistic analysis of freeze cause. Here we can see memory issues is 35%, average resolution time 45 minutes, hardware problems 25%, 2.5 hours, driver conflicts 15%, 1.5 hours, software bugs 12%, 1 hour, file system corruption 8%, 2 hours, other unknown 3 plus hours. I don't know if these statistics are correct, but anyway, I think the most AI tools focus on insufficient RAM as one of the major hardware problems that cause or lead to freeze. Okay, as for software issues, I think it is related to driver issues. Okay, systematic troubleshooting approach. First of all, level 1, immediate actions, wait and observe, duration 2 to 3 minutes, success rate 15%, action monitor for self-resolution. So he is giving you some advices. First of all, need to wait for 2 to 3 minutes, then basic input response, duration 1 to 2 minutes, success rate 25%, actions control plus alt plus delete, Windows key plus tab, alt tab. So if you wait and observe, or you can go directly, wait for 1 or 2 minutes, and begin seeing the issue through the task manager. Okay, level 2, so this is related to both system hang or application hang. Level 2, application specific task manager analysis, check CPU usage, monitor memory consumption, identify high resource processes, success rate 45%, application restart, end task for frozen application, restart affected program, success rate 65%. Level 3, system-wide solutions, system diagnostic, run Windows memory diagnostic, check disk errors, check disk, verify system file integrity, success rate 75%, hardware checks, monitor temperature, test RAM stability, verify driver health, success rate 85%, prevention strategies, regular maintenance update, Windows drivers monthly, run disk cleanup weekly, perform defragmentation is needed, monitor system resources, hardware management, ensure proper ventilation, clean dust regularly, maintain stable power supply, monitor hardware health, software best practice, install trusted applications only, keep software updated, maintain adequate free disk space, regular malware scans. Recovery success rate by method, task manager resolution 65%, 10 to 15 minutes, system restart 90%, 5 to 10 minutes, driver update 75%. Okay, so this is near to Grok saying that the driver updates are the issue for the hang process 30 to 45%, Windows repair 85%, 1 to 2 hours, hardware diagnostic 95%, 2 to 4 hours, clean Windows installation 99%, of course. No, statistics are based on aggregation data from various Windows support forums and technical documentation. Individual experience may vary based on specific system configuration and circumstances. I think this is the second answer relevant from my point of view. So we can see that maybe the first answer or the best it is for Gemini 2 Pro, and the second one is Claude 3.5 Sonnet. I think maybe after that we can go to Perplexity, and then I think Grok, and then the last one is uh, ChatGPT o3 Mini High. Let's take a little bit of a question here. List the free and open, let's see, open source programs to troubleshoot this issue and create a systematic approach to deal with this issue. A generic one. Okay, let's see if he can get this answer and give it a try. Now we can go there and go to also this one, so we can tell him to list the free programs, generic one, and then we can go to Grok and give it the same one. So here we go, and again give him the same answer, and then we can go to Gemini, sorry, for ChatGPT o3 Mini, and then we can go to Claude and give it the same answer. And here we can go, let's see, and see first of all the answer of Perplexity. So here we can see a lot of programs listed, so we can use it in our approach to solve problems related to the freezing issue. Let's read it loudly. So let's go like this one. Okay, here you go. Now we can read this loudly.
You can effectively diagnose and resolve freezing issues on Windows. Here's a list of free and open source programs that can help troubleshoot freezing issues in Windows, along with a systematic approach to addressing these problems. Free and open source programs for troubleshooting. Process Explorer, a powerful tool for monitoring and managing processes running on your system. It helps identify resource-intensive applications and can terminate them if necessary. Windows Performance Analyzer, WPA, useful for analyzing system performance and identifying bottlenecks. It can help diagnose issues related to CPU, memory, and disk usage. System File Checker, SFC, a built-in Windows utility that scans and repairs corrupted system files. CheckDisk, a command line utility for checking and fixing disk errors. Event Viewer, a built-in tool for viewing system logs to identify error messages related to freezes. Wireshark, for network troubleshooting, it can help identify network-related issues that might cause freezes. Malwarebytes, a free version is available for scanning and removing malware. CCleaner helps clean up temporary files and registry entries that might slow down the system. Systematic approach to troubleshooting. Step 1. Basic checks. Restart the computer. Sometimes, a simple reboot can resolve temporary issues. Check for updates. Ensure Windows and all applications are updated. Run antivirus scans. Use tools like Malwarebytes to check for malware. Step 2. Resource monitoring. Open Task Manager. Press Ctrl plus Shift plus Escape to monitor CPU and memory usage. Identify resource hogs. Look for processes consuming excessive resources and close them if necessary. Step 3. System File Checks. Run SFC. Open Command Prompt as administrator and run SFC/scannow. Check disk errors. Run checkdisk/F in Command Prompt to fix disk issues. Step 4. Advanced troubleshooting. Use Event Viewer. Check system logs for error messages related to freezes. Network troubleshooting. Use Wireshark to monitor network activity if freezes seem network-related. Step 5. Cleanup and optimization. Clean temporary files. Use CCleaner to remove unnecessary files. Disable unnecessary startup programs. Use Task Manager to manage startup items. Step 6. Hardware checks. Check for overheating. Ensure proper ventilation and inspect for dust buildup. Inspect hardware health. Use tools like CPU-Z or GPU-Z to monitor hardware performance. By following this systematic approach and utilizing the listed free and open source tools, you can effectively diagnose and resolve freezing issues on Windows systems. Share. Export.
So, as we can see here, the answer seems to be not that good from my point of view. If you try to see the answer of Gemini, if we can go further and see the answer, I think he will repeat himself somehow. But let's see here the answer. Okay, so here there is a list of free and open source software utilities. System information and monitoring, we have HWinfo. This is detail about hardware info, sensor reading, temperature, voltage, van speeds, and system summarizes. Okay, this is the one. We have open hardware monitor, something like HWinfo, monitor temperature sensors, van speeds, voltage, load, and clock speeds. Process monitor, this is a very famous tool from Microsoft, a much more powerful task manager. Yes, you can search deeply every process in your operating system. It shows detailed process information, including handles. We will use this tool actually in the upcoming videos, DLLs and resource usage. So it's giving the links. Process monitor. Okay, so this is for Process Explorer and Process Monitor. They complete each other. Real-time monitoring of live systems, registry, and process thread activity. Extremely powerful for identifying what the program is doing. Actually, these two are very powerful tools we will use in our discussions. Resource Monitor, one of the most important tools. We can get an overview of the performance of the PCs through the Resource Monitor. Okay, CPU, memory, and disk. So these are all, I think, related to some of them are for the software, Process Explorer and Process Monitor, and some for the hardware, Resource Monitor and Open Hardware Monitor and HWinfo. Uh, as for some testing, we have some memory testing. This is memtest 86. I think uh, this is an open source. Okay, this is an outside or third party. I think in Windows there is a test for diagnostic, or you can tell him Windows Memory Diagnostic. This is built into Windows Tool. Okay, so we can run it. I think from we can search it here. If I go like that, so here we see here is the Windows Run Diagnostic tool, Windows Memory Diagnostic. So we can use it. Disk checking. We have other utilities like Crystal Disk Info, not fully open source but freeware and widely trusted. More to the rest of your hard disk. Okay, this is one good one. WinDiarStat shows a visual representation of disk usage, helping you identify large files or folders that might be contributing to disk I/O usage. Okay, anyway, so these two are also hardware. This is hardware. Check this. This is a built-in utility for Windows to check the hard disk. Driver management. Drive Restore Explorer helps manage the Windows driver storage, allowing you to identify and remove older unused drivers. So this is related to driver issues, software issues that cause hang. This is a software to see the Windows driver storage. Maybe the Windows is applying a driver that makes the conflict. So I think you can remove drivers from the Windows driver store. So I think this is a good one. And also he is giving the link. Device manager. Okay, this is the default one. System file checking. We have seen these two before in our previous discussions. This is software. Malware scanning. You have a lot of free. Claim win, a good one. Malwarebytes. I actually used this before. Claim. I think I used it recently. Windows Defender. There is a claim that Windows Defender is good in protecting your PC, but it should be online. One of the guys say that you don't need any third party, you can use Windows Defender or depend on Windows Defender, but just make it online, okay, because its offline capabilities is not that good. Actually, we can, someone can say yes or someone can say no, but I don't depend on Windows Defender. Network troubleshooting, we have Wireshark, ping trace and path ping, actually good. O2 runs, this is one of the things, one of the utilities for sys internal suite from Microsoft that can see what are the programs that start. So one of the causes of the freeze or the slowness of your PC, there is programs running in the background or running during the sign-in process of the user or the boot process of the operating system. We see now systematic troubleshooting approach. This approach combines the tools above into a logical step. Gather information. This is the first step. Document symptoms. Check task manager resource monitor. So this is the first one. Immediately after the freeze. Initial checks and basic troubleshooting. Restart. Check event viewer. Run memory diagnostic. Check for overheating. Run malware scan. So we can see very systematic approach. Immediate troubleshooting. Update drivers. Check disk health. Run SFC and DISM, clean boot. Okay, check auto runs, check startup programs and disable any suspicious items. Advanced troubleshooting, you can go to memory troubleshooting, process explorer and monitor, system restore if things go bad, hardware diagnostic, last resort reinstall Windows if all else fails. Okay, this is a good approach. Key principle: start simple, isolate the problem, document everything, one change at a time, use event viewer. So I think also this is a best, or this is a good answer, better than perplexity. If you go to Grok and see the answer of Grok concerning this or the same question, but wait for a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Here, let's see the answer here. I think let's go further. Where is the answer? Okay, I think let's go. Where is the question? So here is the key points. We can see the free open source. Okay, open hardware monitor, memtest. This was stated by Gemini. Process Hacker, one of the most important tools like Task Manager, but better. SmartMon tools, Claim AV, WinDire State. This was also stated by Gemini. Systematic approach, identify the freeze type. It's just an application or the whole system. Initial checks, use open hardware monitor for overheating, WinDire Stat for disk space, and Claim for malware. Application freeze close with Process Hacker. I will show you all Process Hacker. This is also a better version of Task Manager. Update or reinstall app, check for conflicts, OS freeze, restart, review logs, test RAM with so, check disks with smart. So, okay, I think the steps are not that good. Monitor with Process Hacker, advanced steps, run built-in system file checker. Okay, seek help. Okay, I think this answer is not that good from my point of view. And these are the resources. If you go further down, we can see the resources that he depends on. Okay, and this is the topic where 75% of crashes are caused by drivers. Okay, so this one, if you go to for ChatGPT o3, we can see that where is the answer here? So you can see, for example, initial assessment, review system logs, use Windows built-in event viewer and reliability monitor to identify any critical errors or warnings around the time of the freeze. This is one important tool. Reliability monitor we discuss in the upcoming videos. Event viewer. Note, while these aren't FSOs, they provide important context. These are related to Windows. Okay, monitor system resources, process and resource usage, Process Hacker, hardware monitoring. We can see open hardware monitor. So these are two for monitor system resources. Initial assessment. Step 3, hardware diagnostic. Use memory test. This program health, disk health using this tool. These two tools, disk usage, this tool, software drivers and malware check. Just a moment, guys. So let's continue, guys. Here we can see that the answer of ChatGPT o3 Mini High, we can see that here is the approach or the systematic approach to solve any problem concerning or to solve the problem or the freeze problem concerning the Windows operating system or applications. We need to have an initial assessment. We have the event viewer and reliability monitor. These are built-in Windows applications. Then we have monitor system resources. We can use Process Hacker, which is sysinternal or Microsoft sysinternal tool, which is free. And we have hardware monitoring. We have open hardware monitor to monitor the temperature, then speed, and other things related to the hardware. We have hardware diagnostic like memory diagnostic tools, this software, health or disk health. We have also these tools, and we have disk usage. Also, all of these are free tools and their websites. You can download it from them. And then we have step 4, software drivers and malware check. We have Claim AV. So this is the same like as you can see that Gemini have said the same almost. We have driver updates, we have Claim AV, and then we have system cleanup and optimization. There is a couple of programs, CC Cleaner and BleachBit. We can see this one. And then the 6th step is isolation and testing, boot in safe mode or perform a clean boot. This is one of the things also stated by Gemini. Final step is to use system repair tools like SFC and DESM. And then here is the table of the tools. We can see Process Hacker. This is the source, open hardware monitor, memtest, Smart Tools, GM Smart Control, Claim AV, Bleach Bit, Win Dire State. All of these are stated as we can see here. So this is the answer of ChatGPT o3 Mini. I can see that almost the perfect one until now it is the Gemini Pro answer. If we go to Claude 3.5 Solid answer, we can see here some of the tools. System resource monitoring, we have, again, this is the systematic approach. First, we have to have initial diagnostic of the freezing problem. We need to monitor the system resources using Total or using Process Hacker. Here is the website. And we can see here features, real-time system resource monitoring, detailed process analysis, memory usage tracking, disk activity monitoring, usage step, install and launch Process Hacker, monitor CPU, RAM, and disk usage, identify resource-hungry processes, check for unusual system behavior. This is in the phase of initial diagnostic. We need to see the system resources monitoring. Then we have memory analysis using something like memtest 86. Features, comprehensive RAM testing, error reporting, stress testing, usage steps, create bootable USB with memtest 86, boot from USB, run full memory test, document any errors. Okay, the first phase is the initialization phase or the gathering phase, maybe to gather information or initial diagnostic. Then we go to phase 2, system file analysis, disk health check, tools like Crystal Disk Info, the website, features smart monitoring, temperature monitoring, health status reporting, usage steps, install Crystal Disk Info, check disk health status, monitor temperature, review smart attributes, file system check, use WizTree. This for space analysis, disk space analysis, large file identification, directory size visualization. We have usage steps, scan affected drivers, identify space issues, locate large problematic files, clean unnecessary files. And we have phase 3, performance analysis. We have system performance monitoring, something like Open Hardware Monitor website. The website features temperature monitoring, van speed tracking, voltage monitoring, clock speed monitoring, usage step monitors, CPU, GPU temperatures, check van speeds, track voltage levels, document any anomalies. We have network analysis, total or tool Wireshark, features network traffic analysis, protocol inspection, bandwidth monitoring, usage steps, capture network traffic, analyze suspicious connections, monitor bandwidth usage, identify network issues. The phase 4 system cleanup, registry cleaning, something like CC Cleaner, registry clean, temporary file removal, startup program management, usage steps, scan registry, review suggested fixes, backup registry, apply safe fixes, malware scanning, total malware bytes free. This is the program I usually use, malware detection, threat removal, real-time protection. We can see here usage steps, update definitions, run full system scan, quarantine threats, remove detected malware, phase 5 driver management, snappy driver installer origin, driver updates to check if there is a problem with our drivers, driver detection, offline driver packages, backup functionality, setup steps, usage steps, scan for outdated drivers, download driver packages, backup current drivers, install updates safely. Systematic approach flow. So here he have give them in details. Now we have the general flow. First of all, initial assessment, run process hacker, monitor systems for 10 minutes, document resource usage. Then we have hardware, check if resource usage is normal, run mem test, check crystal info, document hardware. Then we have system analysis. We have if hardware okay, run WizTree, check disk space, monitor temperatures, review performance metrics, cleanup process. Uh, uh, if system files intact, run CC Cleaner, scan with malware bytes, clean temporary files, driver update, if system clean, backup current drivers, run snappy driver tools, update critical drivers, emergency recovery tool. We have system recovery, Recusella, website, so and so, feature system backup and restore, partition management, data recovery like disk test, photo rec, okay, partition recovery, file recovery, preventive maintenance schedule, daily task, monitor process hacker, check open hardware monitor, review system logs, weekly tasks, run CC cleaner, update malware, check disk space, monthly task, check driver updates, run full malware scan, verify backup integrity, quarterly task, run mem, so on so, check help disk. So we can see that the answer, from my point of view, the winner is the Gemini answer. So we will stop at this point and we'll continue the upcoming video with God will. Hope this video important for you all and thank you all for viewing. Thank you so much.